And he was hanged in Egypt in 1978 because they carry out massacre against the Muslims. They make takfir on anyone who works for the government, including doctors, teachers, nurses, fire brigades, because they say you did not reject the Taghut. Now whenever we, the members of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, our takfir stops at the soldiers. Not even the police we make takfir on. You know why? Because the police, some of them work as anti-pornographic police to stop porn materials coming into the country. Some police work as anti-narcotics to stop crack cocaine and heroin and cannabis coming into the country. And they do not necessarily support the government. So you cannot make takfir on the fire brigades and the nurses and the doctors and the teachers because they are employees of the Taghut government. Our takfir as members of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah stops with the soldiers. Why? Because of the ayah, Surah Nisa, verse 76. الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا يُقَاتِلُونَ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا يُقَاتِلُونَ فِي سَبِيلِ الطَّاغُوتِ فَقَاتِلُوا أَوْلِيَاءَ الشَّيْطَانِ إِنَّ كَيْدَ الشَّيْطَانِ كَانَ ضَعِيفًا. Those who believe fight for Allah, and those who reject faith, they fight for the Taghut, the apostate regimes. Fight the awliya of the Taghut because the plot of the shaitan is ever weak. They take as concubines any woman who did not give bay'ah to their amir. So if the amir said, the caliph, and your wife did not give bay'ah to the caliph, they approached and said, brother, your wife, I'm going to take her as my concubine because she didn't give me her bay'ah. So they take as concubines those who refuse to give bay'ah to their amir. They label anyone who leaves the jama'ah as a kafir and an apostate. Therefore his blood is halal. These apostate regimes, another chapter. These apostate regimes in the Muslim world today, they are the real Khawarij. There are some people in the world today who call us Khawarij. Why? Because we love Allah and we love His Rasul and we love the Sharia. They believe that if you campaign for the Sharia of Muhammad, you're a Khawarij. And they believe that if you try to topple the apostate regimes, you're a Khawarij, even though the Prophet Muhammad said, إِلَّا أَن تَرَوْا كُفْرًا, finish the hadith, إِلَّا أَن تَرَوْا كُفْرًا بَوَاحًا. Topple the leaders if you see clear kufr. So if you, a member of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, seeks to topple, you seek to topple an apostate regime because they did not implement the Sharia, you are not a Khawarij. You are of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah and Ta'ifa Mansura, Firqa Najiyah. That's what you are. Firqa Najiyah, the saved sect. Ta'ifa Mansura, the aided and victorious group. That's what you are. You are not a Khawarij. But the Saudi Salafis, they say anybody who tries to topple their kafir paymasters who dislodge the Sharia, they are Khawarij. We say to the Saudi Salafis, your kafir paymasters, they are the real Khawarij. When George Bush declared his crusade against Islam and Muslims, all the Gulf countries, of the Arab Gulf countries, they jump on the bandwagon of George Bush. They allow him to gain access to their land to set up a military base. Then they allow him to use their airspace to fly his planes. Then they provide him with petroleum for his planes to go and bomb and kill hundreds and thousands of innocent Muslims of Iraq. Today, thousands of Muslim women have been brutally raped in Iraq by the army of the Dajjal, the army of the Satan, all because the Khawarij helped George Bush in his crusade to conquer Iraq. So we say to the Saudi Salafis, you and your kafir paymasters, you are the real Khawarij because you give your bay'ah to George Bush in massacring Muslims to conquer Iraq, the land of Abraham, and the army of the Dajjal has raped thousands of innocent Muslim women of Iraq. In Haditha, you all know the story of Haditha, but I'll run it by you again. A roadside bomb killed the army of the Dajjal, one of them. They went inside a Muslim home. killed the 3-year-old baby, killed the mother and the father, and then they brutally raped a 12-year-old Muslim girl in Haditha. It is said that they gave 100 years to one of the American soldiers who carried out this crime. Only a fool would believe that that American soldier is in prison. Maybe he's in some 5-star hotel having the time of their life. That was just a media. That was just to deceive you with the media that we have justice. So all these crimes that were committed against the Muslims of Iraq, the Arabs of the Gulf countries who helped the Dajjal, the army of the Dajjal to conquer Iraq, they will have to give account for it on the day of judgment. I close by saying that some people, they are murji with the leaders because the paycheck comes from the leaders. Murji means liberal, very gentle and soft with the leaders. And they are Khawarij with the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The scholars of the apostate regimes, they have reinterpreted Islam to cement the thrones of the apostate leaders and to protect the Taghut. We say that you, the scholars who have reinterpreted Islam to protect the Taghut, you are the real Khawarij of today's 21st century, because the most important trait of the Khawarij is that they will leave alone the kuffar and massacre Muslims. So you have reinterpreted Islam to give power to the Dajjal to kill Muslims. You have given your wala, your allegiance to the army of the Dajjal to conquer Iraq and to conquer Afghanistan and to massacre thousands of Muslims. My brothers and sisters in Islam, this is our topic, the Khawarij. I've told you their history. We have refuted their aqidah. I'll now pause and take questions.